Is something going on?
Sounds like it. Kisara wants us all to meet at the castle entrance. Taking in the view again?
Yeah. Looking at the scenery helps take my mind off things.
Like what?
Being a maiden. Whether I really am a descendant of Naori. Those kinds of things.
So, are you mad at me?
For what?
I destroyed the Renaissance. Right as you were about to get rid of your thorns forever.
Dia hancurkan kah?
Why did you destroy it?
When I saw it appear in front of me, it reminded me of what happened back on Lenegus. And the rest was... it was all just a blur. I'm sorry.
Kayaknya nggak hancur tuh.
It must have been a pretty terrible memory. Besides, we don't know that the Renis Alma actually was destroyed. For all we know, it might have disappeared with that red woman.
If so, then why are
Don't.
you...
It's okay. You brought me back. You got me away from vholran. That's enough for now. Let's get going. We shouldn't keep everyone waiting.
Oh, it's you two. I suppose that makes me the last one then.
We better get a move on or else we'll never hear the end of it from Kisara.
Right you are. A month has passed since we vanquished vholran. I would have thought that the Renins on Lenegus would have made their move by now. Yet they still remain as silent as ever. We have no idea what happened to vholran's body, nor its whereabouts. The Red Woman also has yet to reappear, for that
Oh,
matter.
vholran buat tubuhnya hilang ya?
And contrary to what I had heard, when the Renis Alma formed, not 5, but 6 elements were present, with darkness constituting the 6th and final master core. Were either of you aware of this?
You mean about the Renis Alma? Of course not.
Same. I had no idea a Darkness Master Core even existed.
What about Shion's maiden powers?
No. That was the first I learned about that, too. Or anything about having that power.
Me too. I remember thinking the same thing.
What could it all mean, I wonder? There are so many questions with too few answers, particularly when it comes to that Red Woman and her abilities.
Or at any other ability that used astral energy, I'd say it was an astral art. But hers was... different.
Speaking of astral energy, we also mustn't forget that while the other Master Cores disappeared when forming the Renis Alma, for some reason the Fire Master Core remained. It may well have been the work of your maidenly powers. Alphen, are you still able to wield the blazing sword as before?
For now, at least. That Renis Alma sucked most of the energy out of the Fire Master Core, but it still has enough for me to use the sword.
And the sword is safe inside of me for the time being.
Good. At least that's one thing we needn't concern ourselves over.
You can say that again. We have more than enough to deal with as it is. Let's go.
Hey, wait up!
This is Ganya, who has a problem he needs help with. I was just about to ask him what that problem is.
All right, then. Well, tell us what's on your mind, Ganya.
I'm hungry.
You're hungry? Where are your rations? Did you not get yours?
I did.
Are they not enough?
No, I have enough.
Then what's the problem?
Alphen, you have to remember, these people aren't used to responding so quickly. Be slow and gentle with him.
Oh, right. I forgot. Sorry about that. So you have your rations, and it's enough food, but there's still something wrong with them. What is it exactly?
I'm hungry.
Yeah, I got that part.
Do your rations taste bad?
I don't know.
What's that supposed to mean?
I haven't eaten them, so I don't know how they taste.
Wait, if you're not eating them, then what are you doing with them?
Bringing them into the castle.
What? Why? Wait, back up. Are others doing this? Who told you to bring your rations in?
Everyone in my group is doing it. I don't know who told us to do it. They only said to bring the rations into the castle.
I'm guessing none of us told them to do it, or else we'd know, right?
I was afraid that something like this might happen. The people in this capital are slowly regaining their own wills, but not everybody is getting them back at the same rate.
Are you saying someone who got their will back sooner might be taking rations from other people? If so, that's a serious problem.
Definitely. This is something we can't ignore. We need to investigate the castle.
Repot nih. Pusing.
Very well.
Well,
Hey,
Pardon me.
If it's in the sky, it's mine!
Do these guys not realize who we are?
doesn't seem that way. You must think we're just Danans from the town.
whatever's going on, these are vholran soldiers. Watch yourself.
Dance in the wind! Sleep now! Here! This is another This ends now!
Consider yourself finished!
Raging
Satu.
cascade! Annihilation! That's my shield!
Smash you!
Shut him down!
This ends now!
Consider yourself finished!
Yeah.
Hey.
You don't say.
Well...
Well?
How?
Oh, wow!
So then. I've talked to the soldiers and made it clear that they are to remain in line. Things should stay calm for the time being.
I know Renans tend to take authority extremely seriously, but you sure know how to throw your weight around as a former lord.
I only managed to get through to them because vholran's curse is lifting, but not to the extent that they can act independently as of yet. Considering we had other matters to attend to for the past month, we should consider ourselves lucky that nothing occurred during our absence.
But if they do start operating independently again, that's going to cause a whole new set of problems to deal with.
Jadi,
Indeed. Ganeth Heros is unlike Menencia. Without intervention, they'll likely revert to oppressing the Danans as they were doing before.
Meaning there's still a lot of work to be done in this realm. Not that there aren't problems among the Danans, too.
Yes. There was no way to avoid the deep-seated conflicts that had festered here. But I just hate that we had to use your position as a lord to solve the situation, Dohalim.
Had I not intervened, yet more blood would have spilled here, and nobody wishes for that.
So, what's going to happen to the Renans here now?
Why do you ask?
We've stripped the soldiers of their armor and locked them up. They can't hurt you guys anymore. I promise.
So they're alive? They're not going to die?
What?
Those people deceived us. They did terrible, terrible things to us. They made us suffer. Long before you guys came along. For years and years and years. It was constant. Never stopped. Not even for a day. So many people died. Our parents, our children, our friends. They all died. They were murdered. And it was the Renans. The Renans were the ones who did it. They killed us. Why do they get to live after so many of us have died? The bastards should die! Every last one of them!
I know how you feel, Ganya. I used to be a slave, and I hated the Renans just like you. I took up the blazing sword to bring them down. But along the way, I've met many people and seen many things. People refusing the hand life dealt them. People who have lost loved ones, but are still trying to make this world a better place. People driven by hate who stopped before it was too late. And those who couldn't and paid with their lives. And I fought plenty of people who were all too happy to make others suffer. Believe me. But after a while, I came to realize that it's not the Renans who are our true enemies.
Then what the hell are we fighting if it's not them?
We're fighting against anyone who tries to take what doesn't belong to them.
But that's what these Renans are doing. How is that any different?
Because I judge everyone by their own actions. That goes for Danans too. Because at the end of the day, at the root of all evils committed is an individual who committed them.
You're right, Alphen. It seems like people are either blaming an entire race for one individual's sins, or an individual for everyone else's mistakes. But all that does is add more hate in a world that's already full of it. I want to help create a society where people can finally stop suffering and move beyond their pain. But if we try to do that with more violence, then we'll just end up right back where we started in the first place.
All right. Have it your way. I can't argue with the folks that helped us get back our ability to think and speak freely again.
Is that to say you trust us then?
I don't trust the Renans as far as I can throw them. I trust you guys because of who you are and what you've done.
Fair enough. We won't let you down, Ganya.
What's the matter, Kisara? Is something wrong?
Oh, no, nothing. It's fine, really. I'm just a bit worried about what'll happen to all these folks.
Right. It'll take time before they start thinking for themselves again.
Indeed, that is part of it. However, what I'm even more worried about is what will happen to them after that. What do you think they're going to want once they realize how cruel vholran was to them?
Probably revenge.
What happened to Ganeth Heros is the worst form of oppression we've seen. But treated cruelly or kindly, slaves will rise up.
Lenegis aside, there are still remnants of Renan supremacists scattered throughout Dana.
You mean all that trouble we went through to get rid of the lords might just lead to more violence? That's the last thing I want to see happen.
Of course not. And if we don't do something to prevent it all from starting up again, there could be even more bloodshed for us to regret. There's still a lot we don't know about the Renan rulers. Whatever the face of truth behind their veil, it's on us to put a stop to them. But there is one thing that's clear. Whatever we do to finally end it, our motives can't be getting back at the Renans, or it'll all be for nothing.
So, what exactly is it that you're saying? That we should just act as if nothing happened?
Law's right. We can't expect everyone to just forget all the pain they've endured up until now. Not so easily, at least.
But we have to at least try to change course. We can't just keep allowing history to repeat itself like this.
Exactly. Look, I won't deny that between the crown contest and 300 years of oppression, there's a lot of bad blood between the Danans and the Renans. But all these problems are just too big for us to try to carry the burden on our own. We'll keep doing our part in the interim, but we need to take this one battle at a time.
Glad that work's taken care of.
I don't think we're done just yet. I want you all to stick around a little longer. There might still be people who need our help.
You think? About it. Thinking for yourself. Where are you going?
Since when do I need your permission to move around?
I wasn't saying that you do. Though I'm not sure why you're biting my head off about it either.
Oh, that's so typical of you. How can you be so relaxed about all this? At this very moment, the enemy is doing who knows what behind the scenes. And yet we're just sitting here twiddling our thumbs in Ganeth Harros.
I know that. But our hands are tied right now. What do you want me to do? And what's gotten into you anyway? Is there something you want to say to me, Shion?
Look, you're right. Forget I said anything.
If I said something to hurt you, I'm sorry. But I honestly don't know what I said to upset you so much. I really wish you would tell me.
You don't need to apologize. You didn't say anything. It's not your fault. It's not anyone's fault. Not really.
Then why?
Please just drop it. I don't want to talk about it.
All right. If that's what you want, I won't push any further.
I'm sorry.
It's fine. Just don't be too hard on yourself, okay?
What?
What's that noise?
Helping, this is bad! Look at the sky!
Huh?
Apa itu? Itu kayak oh. Kayak dia ambil energinya itu.
What's happening to Rena and Lenegis?
It looks like Lenegis is transforming? But into what? What's going on?
How the hell are we supposed to fight the Renans if they're packing that kind of arsenal?
It seems they've broken their silence at last. My concern is that object they've dropped into the water. It's as if they're driving a literal wedge into Dana.
Not just into Dana, but her own resistance too. And what's with that beam of light coming down from above? Got any idea what that could be?
Astral energy.
Are you serious? All of that is astral energy? But that...
It's a lot for sure. Not even all the astral energy harvested by every lord combined compares to that column.
They're trying to squeeze every last bit of energy out of the planet.
But why? I thought they only needed to harvest astral energy as part of the crown contest.
Who cares? If we don't stop it now, the whole of Dana is going to be hollowed into oblivion.
Oblivion.
Do you think that red woman is behind this?
It certainly wouldn't surprise me. Just as the Sovereign, the Maiden, and all 5 Master Cores are gathered in one location, she appears out of nowhere bearing a 6th core. She then forces the 2 of you to help her assemble the Renis Alma. Just what kind of person is this woman?
You mean you don't know her?
Pardon?
She was there at your palace, wasn't she? I figured you knew who she was.
Are you saying I should be familiar with this woman?
Well, sure. I remember seeing her with you back at Adelina Palace several times. Everyone in the guard always wondered who she was.
Now that you mention it, I remember seeing her with Balsef too. You saw her, right, Shion? Shion?
Oh, sorry, I drifted off. As far as I remember, the first time I saw her was when we ran into her in Pelagian.
Seriously? How could you two not notice her before? She sticks out like a sore thumb.
I guess I always figured she kept an eye on the lords for the Renin top brass.
You're sure you don't remember ever seeing her before?
I'm certain of it. My memory has never failed me.
Dia nggak sadar.
But if it's not that, then...
We'll get to the bottom of this later. Right now, that wedge is a bigger concern.
Well, what are we gonna do then? We're not gonna be able to leave Ganeth Heros until we come up with a plan, right?
Cislodia lies beyond the northern mountain range.
Yeah, but we haven't found a single route through those mountains while we've been here. And we haven't gotten clues from any of the freed locals either.
Surely there must be a way through. This realm can't have been completely isolated from the rest of the outside world for 300 years. vholran may have simply sealed and hidden it.
Okay, then let's try asking the townspeople again if they know anything. Who knows? We might have missed something the first time around.
Sounds good to me. Better that than trying to build a boat from scratch. Let's start searching.
That must be Rena's true power.
I imagined there would be something, but not to this extent.
Aneh, Dohalim nggak kenal dia loh ya. Padahal dia di sampingnya terus loh.
Hey, when that wedge dropped down on Dana, did anyone else see any weird lights?
Repot banget nih. Oke, ke atas gunung.
Armored soldiers!
Some of vholran's former guards.
Let's take them out quick before things get messy.
Oh, glory unto vholran!
Lay down your arms and no one has to get hurt.
Aduh.
Traitors like
Makasih
you
mas
shall
serangannya.
never walk free!
I knew you were stubborn, but you don't have to be so damn dramatic.
Air thrust!
Elusive deity!
In here!
Try
Let's
this!
get you all tucked away.
Infernal turret!
Photon
Come one, come on! Elusive deity!
Terus
No further!
tiga dia kena.
Armor is all mine! And you take it?
Not on my watch!
I'll face you! Destruction!
The enemy feels arms too.
We'll soon see about that!
Here I come! This one's all mine! Okay, you picked the wrong fight!
Aduh, terbalik.
I thought you were going to wreck the place.
I'm not nearly finished yet!
Then I'll provide assistance however I can.
Light burst forth!
Radiant Genesis! You don't mess around! Radiant here!
Certainly not.
This one's mine! Sweetheart!
Hurricane Storm! Rising Phoenix! Elusive deity! Look sharp! Lightning Tiger Blade!
Oke. Naik ke atas gunung ini.
What's with the hole here? Is that supposed to be their hideout?
It doesn't look like it's freshly dug, whatever it is. Maybe it's the entrance to a path to Cyslodia. Everything all right?
Oh, yeah, I'm fine. Let's go.
Something feels odd here. Be on your guard.
Pasti nggak gampang lah. Udah lama nggak ada ini.
I won't forgive you.
Can't get out of this! They got me flanked!
I'm expert coming through! Piercing? Are those arms even natural?
Bagus.
I'm ready!
Get toasty!
Bird strike!
Right, next one.
Already easy and snaring to me. Yeah, and the pummel is to me. Take this! All in one.
Ini main lemah ya.
Get toasty!
Bird strike!
Seems about right to me.
You've noticed it, haven't you?
Notice what?
I'm referring to Shion.
I never thought you, of all people, would come to me about her.
Yes, well, what concerns me has more to do with what machinations may be currently unfolding in secret on Lenegis as we make our way along this tunnel.
And you're saying it's related to Shion in some way?
Perhaps. She believed there was a good possibility that the Renis Alma may free her from her thorns. One would think after losing the Renis Alma, she would be more dismayed, and yet she isn't. Why? There's also the matter of the power that she inherited from...
You heard what she said. She didn't know about the Maiden's power.
Mere ignorance does not preclude her deep connection to the events unfolding around us. You recall when her thorns went rampant in Castle Del Faris. I've never seen dark astral energy manifest in such a way.
Okay.
I thought you said all Renans had dark astral energy inside of them.
Correct. However, what Shion exhibited was far beyond what any ordinary citizen could ever possibly possess. And let me be clear. I do not intend to cast doubt on Shion, or her motives. Nevertheless, I cannot shake the feeling that there's more to all of this than what we currently know. Do you disagree?
Pokoknya keluar dari sini dulu lah, baru nanti dibahas.
No backing down! Hey, when did I get so popular? I'll run you in the sky. Eat this! I can shatter any steel! I'm ready!
Listen! This one's got your name on it!
Action to action!
Lagi-lagi Shion.
There's still more to go. I've got it! Let him march!
Dia keluarkan itu ya, lambang itu ya, kalau udah jus tertentu ya.
I never miss!
Soaring blast! I'm ready!
Lock! Get toasty!
Bird strike!
There! And again!
Resonate with the earth! Take this!
Do it!
Pecah kau.
Our weapons are the sword and...
This and...
Staff.
And you ruined it.
It's obvious that people used to go through here in order to get to the other realm.
Sini dulu benar.
You think...
Lumayan banyak nih.
Come on!
Glacial spear!
Rising Wyvern!
You're mine!
Not in your dreams!
Dance on the wind! Timmy and Pat, I shall feel you where you stand.
Rising Wyvern!
Why can't they just sit still?
Shion, can you take care of them?
No sooner said than done!
This one's all mine!
Far enough!
Here I come!
Something's wrong with me.
You just say the word and I'm there.
I can't believe it's come. Let's walk in more doing.
We turn the tables
Bagus.
on him.
There are still more left.
Right. No time to hold back.
I'll face you.
Try this.
In a bind.
Explosive ring.
Langsung ya darahnya lumayan banyak.
I'm ready.
This ends now.
Consider yourself finished.
Excited.
Resonate with the earth.
I never miss.
Saya kira saya itu karakter saya kurang level up. Ternyata memang itu ya. Prajurit vholran memang lebih kuat ya.
No backing down.
Not today.
Dia meledak kali.
Pesky airborne scoundrel.
Sounds like a job for yours truly.
Save you.
Damn it.
Don't mind if I do.
Rising Wyvern.
Do it.
Your blade moves like silk. Not just let my instincts take over. How fascinating.
I'm on it. Raining slash.
It's on a roll now. Elusive deity.
Yours are not the skills of just
Oke.
Save your compliments. We have to move.
Looks like we won.
I see supplies and other signs people were living here. Even Zoogle cages.
Definitely looks like this is where the remnants of vholran's forces hold themselves up. Yeah.
They were hiding in a place like this all along.
Nggak ada apa-apa. Oh, ada.
Retreat if you know what's good for you.
Rising Wyvern. Start up.
I'm like bait to them.
Dragon Swarm. Be careful, everyone. This one isn't normal. I'm on it. Destruction.
I never
Astral.
That's my cue.
Anything in armor is all mine.
Shut him down. You picked the wrong fight.
Elusive deity.
Do it. Excited.
Gia.
This one's got your name on it.
Ashes to ashes. A merry distraction.
There's still more to go.
Tumbang loh.
Here goes.
How's this?
Freeze Lancer.
I'm on it.
Seismic rupture.
Constantine.
Elusive
Rising
deity.
Wyvern.
Hitting pile driver.
You're on.
Eat this.
Dragon Swarm.
Do it.
Try Jill.
Lagi Sion.
Consider yourself finished. Here I come.
Prepare to be sealed.
Here I come.
Elusive deity.
Sword Rain Alpha. Jill.
This ends now.
Consider yourself finished.
There.
Resonate with the earth.
Be
Stalagmite.
still. Rising Phoenix. First strike.
I'll end you.
You're mine. You're finished.
Don't leave. Hey. Blow them away.
Selesai.
Lady Fortune must truly be watching over me.
I found some equipment.
Let me take a look at it.
Banyak banget. Empat lagi.
I'm surrounded.
I never miss.
Kena.
Eat this. Sonic throw. You're done.
The flame is mine. Yours.
Gia.
This one's got your name on it.
Ashes to ashes. A merry distraction.
There's still
In a
more to go.
bind.
Thanks, Shion.
Be careful not to overdo it.
I'm sorry. I'll do better.
Hold on to your arms. Here I come. Do it. Astral energy.
Say no more.
Oke. Lemah.
That's what I like
Dua
to hear.
dugaan ya, lemah banget.
Coming through. Take this. I'll face you.
Burn in hell.
Masih nggak mempan.
Your wings won't save you from me.
Elusive deity. Rising Viper! Watch this! Heal! Flaming Thrust! Swallow Dance! Rising Phoenix!
Eat me the enemy's arm!
Tear you apart! No complaints here! Further!
And again! I'm all stopped up!
Oke.
Swallow
Tunggu
Dance!
cepat.
With the earth! Stalagmite! Rising Viper! All good things come to an end! Hurricane Thrust! Rising Phoenix!
Bagus.
Here's a healing arm!
Secara! Commander of Heaven! Phoenix Cyclone!
Onward and upward.
Looks like some solid equipment.
How much do they have to steal from us to be satisfied?
What's that thing's purpose, anyway? Some kind of siphon that sends the astral energy the Lords harvested to Lenegis?
Not as far as I'm aware. That said, it has become evident since the forming of the Renaissance, as well as other recent events, that my insight may be thin. I would, as I believe the saying goes, take what I say with a grain of salt.
No, Halim.
At the very least, I believe we can assume that whoever is pulling the strings behind the scenes has had this in the works for quite some time.
Jauh sekali ya.
The people on Lenegis may have plenty of resources at their disposal, but not even they could prepare something like that in a mere month. Something of that magnitude takes considerable time, as well as a predetermined goal in mind.
Then what was the crown contest for?
At this stage, I think it was but one step in the greater scheme we see unfolding before us. What that scheme is exactly, I haven't a clue. For now, I believe we should keep moving. The path continues. It's quite possible it will take us all the way to Cislodia.
Agreed. Let's keep moving.
Of course I am. But I don't know how to
Masih
talk to
lanjut
her
nih.
about it.
You and me both.
Discourteous, aren't you?
Thanks, Trio.
Be careful not to overdo it.
I'm sorry. I'll do better.
The natural defenses are fading. And the sitting duck.
Retreat from the battle.
Tia, can you take care of them?
Come on, come on, come on.
This one's mine.
Kena kau.
In an instant! Impact block! We work well together.
Like a finely timed waltz.
Armor won't save you!
Bagus. Jadi seru ya kalau lemah-lemah gini ya.
I won't forgive you.
I'll tear you up in four! Begin! And now we're never Swallow Dance! Hitting pile driver!
You picked the wrong fight!
Itu udah kena kan? Iya.
Rising
Can't
Viper!
get out of this!
Hey!
Blow them away!
Rising Viper!
This one's got your name on it.
Action to action!
Could have been worse.
Ini memang agak menjekilin sih. Soalnya banyak. Kecil-kecil lagi.
Dance on the wind!
They may look cute and stuff,
Take
but they're
this!
vicious. I never miss.
Bagus, bagus, bagus.
Got flyers!
I've got this. Let a marksman handle it.
Demon Tank! All yours!
Resonate with the earth! Watch this!
We've turned the tables on him. In an instant! Impact block! We work well together.
Like a finely timed waltz.
Glacial spear.
Swallow Dance! Double Demon Tank!
Lancer.
Oke.
My exploits are bearing fruit.
It sure got cold all of a sudden after we passed the peak.
La,
Yeah, we're getting close.
Mendekat katanya. Sini dulu. Dapat life bottle ya, berarti memang mau lawan bos nih.
Right, here goes! Resonate with the earth! Here I come! Glimmer Dragon! Here I come! Rising Wyvern! Hurricane Thrust!
Glacial Spear!
Demon Fang! Double Demon Fang!
I think I'm coming down pesky airborne scout host.
Sounds like a jump.
Blow them away!
Cepet banget ya.
Except
Pierce through!
let me free you of your power. Now I can let loose.
Rising Phoenix! Swallow Blade! Eagle Ray!
Yang mana hancur duluan? Alpen atau
Rising Wyvern!
Dohalim?
Away!
Duduknya lah, nggak jauh beda.
Only the best materials in your garments.
You really do have quite the discerning eye, Dohalim.
Yeah, they all kind of look the same.
I won't forgive you!
Resonate with the earth! Rising Wyvern! Dance! That's awesome! You're mine!
Not on my watch!
I'm ready! Explosive ring!
We barely managed to turn that battle.
You don't need to sound surprised.
Perhaps I'll put more faith in you.
Well, I certainly won't argue.
You're mine!
Fluidity of your movements is simply incredible.
I really owe you one.
Light.
I never miss!
Kenakah duduknya? Tiga-tiganya. Duduknya, sorry.
Gravitas Field! Do it! Astral Energy!
Say no more!
Oke.
Must be easy to pick off the bad guys from far off.
It is. I mean, aside from adjusting for movement, wind speed, trajectory...
See? Easy.
No choice!
Resonate with the earth. Save you.
Be still!
If it's in the sky, it's mine!
Rising Phoenix!
Blow away.
Slash!
Mega Ray!
Rising Wyvern!
Annihilation! Hold on to your heart. Here I come!
Oke, nggak berhasil.
I never miss!
Ini juga nggak mempan.
I'm ready! Blow them away!
Don't get careless.
Right, here goes!
Resonate can't get out of bed.
Aduh. Ternyata dia nyerap yang lemah duluan.
I'm like bait to them.
Kisara! Commander of Heaven!
Phoenix Cyclone. Resonate with the earth.
leave the enemy's arc to me.
No complaints here.
Bagus.
Hey, I'm pretty lucky.
CP-nya kok berkurang banyak sih? Padahal saya nggak pakai CP kok.
Hey, new equipment.
We made it to Cislodia.
We need to get that bridge down somehow.
It looks like we can control it from our side. Let's take a closer look.
Are you okay, Law?
Oh, fine. Just thinking. The past is a real downer. That's why I'm focused on what's ahead of me. You?
Yeah. I'm going to stay the path. As long as we're all together, I know we'll be all right.
Same here. Now let's get moving.
Untunglah bisa. Saya kira harus mutar kemana untuk cari itunya, membukanya itu. Ini kemana sih? Ngapain sih?
Stop! Who goes there?
My name is Alphen. We're not your enemies.
Did you say Alphen? Slap me silly, it really is you!
Forgetting someone?
Rinwell! Oh, glad to see you're doing okay.
What are you guys doing out here?
We're patrolling the realm. Never thought I'd bump into you all on my rounds, though. Heck, enough of me, though. What's going on up in the sky? Feels like the world's gonna end.
That's what we're trying to figure out ourselves. And as it happens, I've got a big favor to ask.
I had an inkling that's why you'd come back. As soon as I saw you in the distance. So you beat all the lords, huh? Damn, you really must be a hero.
I just did what I had to. So can you send anybody to help Ganeth Heros?
I think we can help out. I'll hit up the other resistance groups and rustle up some support. I doubt they'll have a problem sending people once I mention it's you who's asking.
Thanks. If you guys can help out, that'll give us a chance to do something about that wedge out in the ocean.
Yeah, I think that's something only you guys can handle. Speaking of which, that thing's out in the middle of the ocean. How do you even plan on reaching it?
By boat. We're about to go look for one.
No rest for the weary, I see. Hey, what happened to that mask you used to wear?
It's a long story. Let's just say I lost it.
Looks like we made it here in one piece.
Saya setengah mati hanya dapat juga. Benar-benar hanya dapat juga.
Well, if it ain't the blazing sword and his merry crew.
Mahavar? I can't believe you're still alive.
Course I am. If you landlubbers can make it out of that sinking ship alive, ain't no reason an old sea dog like me wouldn't too.
Yeah, but that wave hit hard. I'm glad to see you're okay. Sorry we put you in so much danger back there.
All water under the bridge at this point. You helped make one of my life's dreams come true. The ship, on the other hand, she took a bit of a beating, though, I'll admit.
Really? What happened to it? It looks fine to me on the outside.
She's fine now, but she was in rough shape when I made it back here. Engine chamber gave up the ghost. Without a lot of options, I decided to talk to the head honcho of the Dark Wings and see if he could help at all. And wouldn't you know it, Crazy Fool sent over Renan engineers to help. Can you believe it?
Renan?
Yep. Said they came from Menancia. They were real professionals. Did what they needed to and didn't give me guff or anything. I was damn near floored.
So they did the work themselves. Good on them.
Well, they did a bang-up job, because she's better than ever now. Speaking of which, I take it she's why you're here?
Yes. We need to get out on the ocean, and fast. When can we set sail?
Give the man a minute to think it over, Alphen. He hasn't even said yes yet.
It's all right, little lady. I'm a man of the sea. I'll gladly help. Hop aboard, folks.
Oke, sampai ya. Berisik banget ya.
This thing already looked plenty huge from afar. Seeing it up close makes it really hit home.
I didn't expect the journey to go so smoothly. I figured the Renans would send something to sink us.
Maybe they didn't think we had the nerve to come.
Somehow I kinda doubt that.
It's entirely possible they don't see us as a threat.
What do you mean?
that they think they're beyond our reach. Still, this structure is quite the unusual sight. Truth be told, never seen anything like it.
You're right. It doesn't look like the buildings on Lenegis at all. Or like any Renan structure for that matter.
It's weird. It doesn't feel like the kind of thing that has people inside either. Yeah, it's definitely something creepy. What the hell is it even made of?
I don't know. It's not mechanical or biological, but it's definitely alive in some way.
Shion?
I'm okay. It's nothing.
Well, what do we do now?
We have to stop this thing from siphoning off all of Dana's astral energy. That means finding the core and smashing it to bits.
Okay, but look at the size of it. I don't know if we'll find the core just wandering around.
Good point. Can anyone get a read on the astral energy around us? Any kind of a sign?
There's a rather enormous flow of energy moving directly upwards. If we wish to follow it, we'll have to do some climbing.
Kenapa lagi nih nggak ngomong nih?
Rinwell?
Over there?
Hey, what's up with you?
Huh?
You okay? What happened?
I'm not sure. When I was reaching out to the astral energy, I thought I heard a voice.
A voice?
Yeah. I couldn't make out any words, but it sounded like it wanted me to come to it.
This seems like a trap, right?
It's not a trap.
How can you tell?
Listen, I don't know why, but when it spoke to me, I knew it wasn't hostile.
What do you think?
It could well be a trap. However, it's also our only real option short of wandering aimlessly about.
Let's trust Rinwell on this.
You sure?
Yeah.
It beats the alternative, I guess. What did I say? Sheesh, it's like walking on eggshells around here.
Sometimes you have to choose your words more carefully, Law.
Huh? Oh, right.
It's noisy in here, isn't it?
Things should calm down a little once we're through with this place.
Optimistic as always.
Oke, selesai. Oke, kita sampai di subcribe. Semoga video bermanfaat. Mengisi waktu pas kalian. Terima kasih sudah menonton video saya. Dan kita lanjut di video berikutnya. Jangan lupa support channel saya dengan like dan subscribe. Jika kalian punya Facebook, follow. Terima kasih kepada kalian sudah mensupport. Tanpa bantuan kalian, channel ini buka apa-apa dan saya ucapkan sampai jumpa.